Hi Cancer, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot and welcome to your January 2018 monthly tarot forecast. This is for Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, and Cancer Rising signs. So Cancer, Happy New Year. Let's see what January has in store for you. I will have the decks that I'm using listed below. All right, so at the bottom of the deck, Cancer, I do have the Knight of Wands. And this is what I'm using as the overall energy for you guys for the month of January. So with the Knight of Wands energy, travel could definitely be significant. Some of you could be physically traveling or maybe moving forward with your life in some way. There also could be a lot going on, a lot happening with the Knight of Wands energy. It can even be like a chaotic energy where, you know, everything is going on all at once or something is even happening suddenly. So we have this Knight of Wands energy. Also, you know, it's a fiery energy, very passionate, creative, ambitious, enthusiastic. Some of you definitely maybe are moving forward enthusiastically here in January. Right at the center, which is energy that you're actually starting the month with, you have the Two of Cups crossed by the Chariot. So maybe some of you are getting into a relationship here. Your relationship could be moving to the next level. And with that Knight of Wands energy, to be honest, for some of you, it could be happening very quickly. So just know that. With the Two of Cups, this is a relationship. This is a partnership that's very significant here right at the start of the month. Now, if it's not romantic in nature, it can definitely be a family relationship, a friendship, a business partnership that's significant here. With the Chariot, yes, the Chariot represents your sign, but for me, it's an empowered energy. It's you very much in the driver's seat. You can steer this Chariot exactly where you want to go. And it can indicate travel. It also can indicate, for some of you, you know, maybe being at a crossroads, looking at, you know, two different paths that you can move down. So maybe some of you, when it comes to a partnership, you know, maybe you're at a crossroads or maybe you have a decision to make for some of you. You know, if you're in a relationship, you know, you guys could be traveling. You might be moving house together, or maybe you're moving in together, or maybe just simply going on vacation. That's a possibility. But what's interesting is at your foundation, we have the Devil. So the Devil does represent the sign of Capricorn. Maybe some of you are in a relationship with a Capricorn. That could be a possibility. But the Devil at your foundation can represent maybe some sort of temptation. Maybe some of you were tempted by another person here, and that could be maybe what you're making a decision about. This can be, you know, a tempting energy, a very lusty energy. It can represent doing something in excess. It can be obsessing about a particular matter. For me, it can be, you know, sex, drugs, rock and roll. Maybe even living a lifestyle that isn't healthy for you, doing something that's not healthy, you know, bad behaviors, addictions, toxic relationships, you know, toxic environments. So for some of you, you might have felt stuck, or you might have been in a situation or environment like that previously. Also, there could have been a lot of fear or worry around a relationship or around a particular matter. But this is at your foundation. So this is, you know, what has brought you to this energy here. So again, maybe some of you have a decision to make. There definitely could be some Cancers that you're at a crossroads in some way. Now, maybe some of you left a toxic relationship. You could have met someone new, or you might be meeting someone new here in January. And sometimes with the Devil, for me, it can represent, you know, a situation involving three people. So there could be a small number of Cancers that maybe there is like a situation like that that's ongoing. But in the more recent past, you know, this is interesting. We have the Nine of Cups, which generally speaking is emotional abundance. It can be wish fulfillment, but it also can be overindulgence. And so with the Devil at your foundation and the Nine of Cups here, this can be, you know, major overindulgence. Now, we just had the holidays, you know, so we just had Christmas. So, I mean, out of all times of the year, I mean, a lot of people overindulge at that time. It's not uncommon. So, you know, maybe some of you, you know, were drinking a lot or eating a lot or just really having a good time. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. But maybe, you know, in January, needing to get more balanced for some of you, bringing in more balance. And of course, for others, you know, you might have felt trapped. You might have dealt with like a difficult situation, but with the Nine of Cups, maybe something went your way. This is wish fulfillment. So something could have happened that made you incredibly happy. Maybe you heard something or some sort of news came in, and that's why you're in this position that you're in right now. And then crowning you, we have the Seven of Pentacles, which I think is some of you figuring out what your next move is going to be. I think that some of you, you're in this driver's seat here, and I think that you're determining, you know, which direction you're going to go in. You know, with the Seven of Pentacles, this person has worked very hard. They put a lot of time and energy into something, but, you know, they're looking at the progress that they've made, and so they're asking themselves, do I want to continue in investing in this, or do I want to, you know, start something new? And so I think that some of you, that's what you're asking yourself here. You're figuring out what your next move is going to be. And then coming up around the second week in the near future, we do have the Page of Wands. So we have the Knight of Wands, we have the Page of Wands, which can represent some sort of news that maybe you were anticipating, news that's coming in. For some of you, it can be like a new path that you're walking down, a new adventure. Maybe some of you have made a decision here, and this can be you maybe enthusiastically kind of moving forward here. But I do feel like for some of you, it's some sort of communication that's coming in that's significant here. And maybe it's news that you were expecting or waiting for. Now, what's interesting is in the position of your power, I have the Ten of Swords. And so I think that with the Ten of Swords in this position, I think it's confirming that you're ending some sort of difficult time within your life. Because we have that Devil at your foundation, some of you might have felt stuck, or you were in an unhealthy environment. That could be a job, that could be a relationship, that could be so many different things. Just you feeling stuck in a situation, but that's over with now. With the Ten of Swords, this is a cycle that's completing and the worst is behind you. Maybe for a small number of you, there was maybe betrayal or something like that that could have happened, but that's behind you now. And then in the position of how those around you are viewing you, and this can be, you know, significant other, this can be friends or family, we have the Seven of Cups, which is you having a lot of options, and also again needing to make some decisions, or a decision, needing to narrow it down, needing to figure out what your next move is going to be. It can be a little bit of a confusing energy, so just make sure that you're grounded. If you have, you know, some decisions to make at this time, make sure that you're seeing things clearly and realistically. And then in the hopes and fears, we have the Six of Wands, which is success, victory, hoping for success, hoping to be successful, hoping to feel proud of yourself when it comes to maybe this new path that you're walking down, or this news that you're maybe waiting on for some of you. And then you're actually ending the month of January and going into February with the World. I mean, this is beautiful. You have a lot to be grateful for. And also, I think with the World here, I think it's confirming that whatever this situation was for you with this Devil at your foundation and the Ten of Swords here, whatever this was for you, Cancer, it's completing. It's coming full circle. Now, with the World, I always say that, you know, it requires patience, because it's going to take some time from you kind of easing out of this situation or this chapter into the next chapter here. But this is wonderful. It's a blessed energy. You have a lot to be grateful for. For some of you, you've made it. You've dealt with this kind of difficult period. Now things are moving forward. And travel again could be in the cards with the Knight of Wands, the Chariot, and then now the World. There definitely could be some Cancers that maybe you're moving house, maybe you're moving out of the state. This could be like a long distance move for some of you. Maybe you're simply just changing jobs. But travel could be in the cards here, definitely for some of you. But let me clarify. Let's see here. What do I want to look at? Yeah, let's take a look at the Devil. We'll take a look at the Devil, which is at your foundation. Clarifying the Devil for Cancer. Looking at the Devil. Interesting. All right, so I have the Nine of Cups, the Eight of Rods, Queen of Rods. That's interesting. So, yep, we have the Nine of Cups again. We have this Devil at the foundation, Nine of Cups, and we have the Nine of Cups in the more recent past. So some of you could have heard something with this Eight of Rods here. Some fantastic news that maybe came to you, maybe from a Sagittarius, Leo, or an Aries, because we have the Queen of Rods here. But if not, you know, I see her as a go-getter. She makes things happen. She's, you know, very fiery and creative. So I think that some of you, this could also be your energy. It's almost like you were trapped, you were stuck in some sort of difficult situation, and you know, some sort of news or positive communication came your way, and it allowed for you to maybe get out of this or move forward in some way. So I mean, that's great, and that's what this Nine of Cups is showing us. But let me pull you an additional guidance card. This is the Angels of Abundance Oracle cards. Cancer, what else does Cancer need to know for January? All right, and then I'm also pulling you a Romance Angel Oracle card for this month as well, Cancer, but over on Vimeo I do have the January Love Tarot forecast posted, so if that's something that interests you, definitely check those out. All right, looking at love and relationship matters for Cancer. There we go. Wow. All right, Cancer. So we have windfall of abundance. An increase in abundance is arriving in many different forms, some of them unexpected. Be open to receiving and know that this abundance comes to you to support your life purpose, health, and charitable work. And we just had Christmas, so I like that, you know, Santa's on this card here. So an increase in abundance is arriving in many different forms. So for some of you, that might be financial abundance, but this also could be, you know, in the form of good health, family, friends. It can, you know, abundance does come in many different forms. So we have, you know, this is beautiful. We have a windfall of abundance, and then we have true love. This is a romance of a lifetime. So some of you, we have the Two of Cups here right at the center, you know, and you know, I feel like for a small number of you, this might even be like a long distance relationship, and you know, that could be this decision that you had to make, and maybe you're deciding it here around the second week. Some of you could be even the last week of the month here, to maybe travel to see this person, or this person may be traveling to see you, or maybe even move closer to this person. Some of you, I do feel like this might be a long distance relationship here, but we have true love. So I mean, this is wonderful. So if you're single and you want to meet someone, oftentimes with the Seven of Cups, it can represent having a lot of options or suitors around you. So I would say, you know, really listen to your intuition, and needing to definitely narrow it down, needing to get rid of, you know, any of those that don't have any potential whatsoever. you know, any of those that are even similar to past exes that it didn't work out with them, needing to eliminate all of that, because there might be someone that is a really good fit for you. And those of you that have found your true love, I mean, that's wonderful. So Cancer, I hope that you found this reading helpful. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. If you are interested in having a private reading, please visit northeasttarot.com. I still do have the 2018 yearly tarot forecast up for sale. And then of course on Vimeo, I do have the January Love Tarot forecast as well. All right, Cancer, I hope that you have a wonderful month. Take care.